Evaluation Part 2. This video includes evaluation process or steps in evaluation, types of evaluation methods, criteria for selection of evaluation techniques. Steps in evaluation or an evaluation process. The process includes various steps. The first one is setting up of educational objective or evaluation objectives. So you should know a definite purpose for evaluation. Set the time frame and when to evaluate. Maybe it can be a weekly evaluation or monthly or bi-monthly or every 3 months. So you have to set the time frame and when you are going to evaluate your students. Select the evaluators. So if you want more evaluators, you have to select and inform them in advance so that they will be free for the evaluation. Choosing an evaluation framework or a design. You have to choose a evaluation model. The next step is evaluating instrument has to be selected as per your goal. So as per your teaching method and goal, you will select an instrument. The list of instrument we will discuss in the coming up classes. Collect the data, interpret, report the findings or the data and save it, because the reporting of the evaluation items is very important and mandatory for the administrative purpose. Use the findings to evaluate yourself as well as the students. Consider the cost effectiveness of the whole evaluation method always. So these are all the evaluation process steps. It includes identify the purpose, time frame and when to evaluate, and then identify the evaluators or select the evaluators, choose a model or design of evaluation method, and select an evaluation instrument, collect the data, interpret and report the findings, and use them for your improvement, self improvement, and consider all over the cost effectiveness of the evaluation method you use. Next one is types of evaluation. So there are different types of classification which are based on the frequency, based on the nature of measurement, and based on the methods of interpreting results. We will see one by one. Based on frequency, that is the time when you are doing the evaluation, it is divided into formative evaluation and summative evaluation. So what is formative evaluation? It is used to monitor learning process during instruction. So during the course is running, you want to find out whether the students are attaining their objectives, or the students are able to understand and follow the instruction of the media. You will do an evaluation which is called formative evaluation. So it provides a continuous feedback of both student and the teachers. So when you are conducting a classes, in between the class, if you are asking questions to make yourself understand whether the students are able to follow you or your method of teaching is effective or not, so those kind of things you can do it with the help of formative evaluation, which we say it as continuous feedback during the instruction or during the course. It reinforces learning in students. So when you ask questions in between, or when you give a small assignments or small class tests during the classes, what happens, the students will get motivated and they will get reinforced with the learning. It identifies teaching and learning errors. So during this form, because of this formative evaluation, you can identify is there any problem with your teaching method or teaching tool. Provides feedback to the teachers regarding their method. So whether the teacher's method of teaching is effective or not, you will get the feedback with the help of this formative evaluation. The results obtained are not used for assigning course grades, but this result what you are getting is not assigned for a giving a course grade, because you need a summative evaluation for the year end or a semester end examination for the course grading or certifying. Summative evaluation, it is an evaluation done at the end of a course or a unit of instruction. So when you do um, examination or when you do an evaluation at the end of a course or end of the semester or end of an year or academic year, we say it as summative evaluation. It designed to identify to what extent the instructional objectives are met. So educational objectives are met or not, you can identify with the help of the summative evaluation. So what is the main purpose of this evaluation is for grading and certification. So it's not like formative evaluation. It can be, this summative evaluation can be used for grading and certification of students. It also provides information for judging the course and curriculum content. If you want to discuss or judge the course and the curriculum content, summative evaluation is the best method. So based on the frequency, it is classified as formative and summative evaluation. Based on the nature of measurement, how you measure the evaluation performance, with that it is divided into, or it is classified as maximum performance evaluation and typical performance evaluation. So what is maximum performance evaluation? In this type evaluation, the performance of the students are measured to know the person's maximum ability. So you will ask the student to do until they get a highest response. Okay, so this usually helps to check their motivation towards the course. So you will keep them doing it until they do their best performance. We say it as maximum performance evaluation. So aptitude and achievement tests are used in this type. You can see that people, they used to practice the tests. At the end they will go and write the exam so that it will be a successful one. So this is called maximum performance evaluation. So typical performance evaluation, what is this? It does the evaluation under a natural setting. So here the evaluation is happening under a natural setting. So what you do, you just go without training the students in particular topic. You will just ask them few questions or ask them to do a skill and you will test it, which is called typical performance evaluation. So here the evaluation is done under a natural setting, so no practice or anything is given. Usually personality tests or observation techniques are used as an evaluation tool here. So personality tests are mostly done in typical performance to examine the student's natural performance. So based on the nature of the measurement, we classify it as maximum performance evaluation and typical performance evaluation. Here you will give practice for the students to for a maximum performance till you find the highest ability. You will keep making the students to perform. Here typical performance, it is happening once and usually do it in a natural setting. Based on the method of interpretation, the next classification is depends upon the interpretation method, that is criterion referenced evaluation and norm referenced evaluation. So what happens in criterion referenced evaluation? The student's performance is compared to a set of criteria. For example, when a student is doing an hand washing, you will be checking with a hand washing checklist. We say it as you're comparing the student's performance with a checklist. So this is called criterion referenced evaluation. Here the students are evaluated without comparison of any other students. Here you are comparing a student with a standard criteria, not with another student. Example, here I have given student skill of giving intramuscular injection compared with a checklist. Norm referenced evaluation, in this type of evaluation, the student's performance is compared with a group of same group of another same group of students. For example, in a classroom you can say this student is scored 10th rank among 30 people or 5th rank among 30 people. So this is called norm referenced evaluation, where you will compare students performance with the same group of students. Okay, so this is usually used to rank them in local or state or central level. So these are all the different types of evaluation methods. Based on the frequency, we say it as formative and summative. Based on the nature of measurement, it is said as maximum performance and typical performance, and based on the interpretation we classify it as criterion referenced and norm referenced evaluation. This question is frequently asked in universities, that is difference between formative evaluation and summative evaluation. So formative evaluation happens, monitors the progress of the students, whereas summative checks the final status of the student. Formative is a detailed content which is evaluated during the course, whereas summative is a general content which are evaluated at the end of the course. Formative has a narrow scope, summative has a broad scope. Tools used in formative evaluation are daily assignments, class tests, whereas tools used in summative evaluation are projects or examinations like internal or university examinations. Formative evaluations are more frequently conducted and summative evaluations are less frequently conducted. Next, we'll move on to criteria for selecting appropriate evaluation technique. So now you know what is evaluation and what are the types of evaluation, and now we will be discussing in the coming class what are the evaluation tools. So before going to the tools, you should know the criteria for selecting an evaluation technique or a method or tool. So these are all the criteria like validity, reliability, objectivity, practicability, relevance, and specificity. So these six are the criteria for selecting an appropriate evaluation technique. So you all know that what is validity. It means the extent to which a test measures what it is intended to measure. So if you want to use your evaluation tool, you should make sure whether it is a valid tool for measuring your objective. So your educational objective, that should be exactly measured by the tool you are using it. So that validity is mostly we discussed in research, so I am not going in detail for that. Face validity, content validity, construct validity, and criterion based validity. Face validity means how the look of the tool what you are going to use. Content means what are the content or the stuff inside your tool, whether it is related to the educational objective or not. Construct validity, how the things are arranged in your evaluation tool, the sequence or the order of the content. Criterion based, whether is it related to the educational objective set for the students or not. So that criteria has to be met. So the validity is extent to which a test measures what it is supposed to measure. The reliability refers to the extent to which an assessment method or instrument measures consistently. So reliability is nothing but whenever you apply the evaluation tool, it should give the same response from the students or same performance from the or consistent performance from the students. There are two types or methods of reliability. The one is test retest, like you apply the test and again after a week you reapply it and check whether they produce the same result or consistent results. Split half method, one tool you can divide it into two groups and give it to two group and compare it for the reliability. So these are all the methods we check reliability: test, retest, and split half method. The next criteria is objectivity. So it is like one or two evaluators, if they use the same evaluation method, the consistency of the result has to be same. It should produce almost the same result as like the other evaluators did. The next is practicability or feasibility. So whenever you select an evaluation technique or tool, make sure whether you are expert in applying that evaluation method, whether the student can follow the evaluation method, whether the experience on administering the tool, or you having an experience or the students are having an experience in attending that evaluation method, you should check. And also you should look for the time, money, and the resources availability. So the criteria includes validity, reliability, objectivity, practicability, relevance, and specificity. So we have seen steps types, and criteria for selecting evaluation tool. Thank you.